Good morning, everyone. This is Onoboto from Team Eureka. We have developed this application called Appointment Management Framework, and we have showcased it with the help of this use case called U Plus Hospital OPD Management. This is the team in which we have developed this application for this hackathon. So the team spans across system architects, UI UX architects, business architects, and delivery lead. Now, what was the pressing problem which led us to come into this? So in today's world, to book an appointment and then to go through the entire process on the day of the appointment, we basically come in contact with a lot of people and interact with them both physically as well as different channels like phone, internet, and others. But this is precisely something that people will try to avoid going forward in the post-COVID era. Rather, what we would love to have is contactless processes in place so that we can be much more secured on the safety quotient in our day-to-day lives, right? Hence, what are we offering? We are offering this appointment management framework. We have developed this framework keeping different industries in mind. Say, for example, you have to take an appointment for an office or a bank or for a hospital or for a doctor in his or her personal OPD. In all these appointment cases, you have to book an appointment and then go through the appointment process. But in the process, you come in contact with a lot of people or a lot of objects, right? That is exactly what we are trying to avoid in this application. Now, although you understand that this framework has been built in a reusable manner so that it can be easily customized for different industries and can be implemented accordingly, but for this particular hackathon, what we have done is we have created this U Plus Hospital OPD management use case and demonstrated how a patient can book an appointment for an hospital and go through the end-to-end process in a exactly contactless and at the same time in a seamless manner. Coming to the flow of the application. So think of an application where you can easily search the doctor availability based on the department of the doctor, based on his time availability, based on his location, on all the other things, and can easily book the appointment and at the same time get a notification as to the based on the time and the date of the appointment. But at the same time, you can do the exact same thing with the help of a 24/7 friend, which is the Pega chatbot that we are talking about. So what we have done is we have deployed this chatbot, and here you can easily ask any question and get a response to that then and there, and it will guide you to book the appointment and register for it. Now, the moment you register for it, you get a QR code, which you will utilize later when you actually reach the venue on the day of the appointment to get a contactless entry. Now, in the meanwhile, we have added a very interesting feature called delay management. Now, for on the day of the appointment, it often happens that, for example, the process is running, say, 30 minutes late because of some other reasons. And you start and you reach the venue and wait for 30-45 minutes, whatever be it, and that increases your frustration also, that you lose your valuable time. But what we are doing through this application is the application in real time, say for example 2 hours before, will notify you, say that it is running 30 minutes late and please start 30 minutes later, so that you don't have to wait at the venue, and thus we are saving the time of the customer. Now, on reaching the venue, the user can easily use this QR code that is generated in the application and scan and get entry to the venue. Thus, we are avoiding any kind of delay, we are avoiding any kind of queue, and also the person is gaining entry in an entirely contactless manner. Not only that, our app will also guide you as to exactly where to sanitize, where to wait, how much time is left for the appointment, where to sit, and everything. Now, in this application, we haven't only thought of the patient, we have also thought of the doctor as well. Now, when the doctor logs into this application, he or she sees the list of appointments that is there in the queue. And looking into the list, he or she can give entry to one patient at a time. Now, when the patient enters, the doctor can authenticate him or her through this application and then start the diagnosis. Now, in the same screen, the doctor can enter the prescription details, upload the documents, upload the doctor's note, and as well as offer medicines and other things. Now, here what we are also doing is we are making the application AI powered. Now, based on the past history of the particular customer, here the doctor can see that these are the prescribed list of tests that can be given to this particular customer, and then it is finally left on the doctor to choose among the list of tests, or the doctor can enter anything by himself. So thus we are making the diagnosis process even fast. Post this, when the patient has come out of the OPD of the doctor, then through the same app, the patient can look into the details of the medicines. Okay, these are the medicines I have to buy, or maybe these are the tests that I have to do. So all these notifications and everything are shown to the patient right after coming out of the OPD. And then not only that, the patient can also have a guided exit through our application. Say for example, so okay, you have bought the medicine, then it shows that so you can take an exit through the first floor, get number so and so. So thus we are ensuring an entire contactless process for the patient. Now additionally, what we are doing is so this is one of our feature scope, that when our model will gain more and more data, we can offer special discount offers to the patient based on the kind of medicines or the test the person is taking, as well as we can also show the past records of the customer or the patient in the dashboard. I mean, so whatever the last time the patient, the doctor prescribed for the particular patient and things like that. Now, this is the model that is at play in our application. So you can see these are the different propositions which are nothing but the tests which we are proposing based on the data of the customer. How we have done this? We have used the data of the customer. Say for example, his sex, age, whether he or she is a COVID patient, the kind of medicines that he takes normally. These are all the predictors that we have used for the customer, and based on that, the model is predicting which are the tests, which are say for the 3 tests which are prescribed for this particular customer, and thus helping in the diagnosis of the. Now, quickly summarizing, so these are the benefits that we are looking out of this particular application. So we have a 24/7 guided appointment booking through the chatbot that we have provided. We are ensuring delay management by real-time notifications so that the customer can take a decision accordingly. We are showing customized offers based on the customer's past habits. We are showing guided notifications in the end-to-end process, and thus all this thing is resulting into increased customer satisfaction and thus growth in sales. Now I would like to request Shubho to go into the application and show us how the workflow looks like.
As part of Appointment Management System framework, we have developed a simple application for Hospital Management Business Unit. As part of this application, we have also introduced Pega Intelligent Virtual Assistant. Here the Pega IVA have the ability to understand the intent of the patient and can have seamless and dynamic conversation with the patient. As a patient, I can simply book a teleconference appointment or a face-to-face appointment. Further, I can reschedule my appointment or cancel my appointment. As of now, let's go ahead and book a face-to-face appointment. As we can see, once the appointment is successfully created, I have received a message from the bot. Also, I have received the same in my notification. On the scheduled appointment date, I can simply open the case ID to get all the details. As we can see, a QR code is already generated by the system for a hassle-free entrance. The hospital admin team will have a scanner which will scan this QR code and will provide a contact-free entrance to the hospital. It will further provide the necessary information and also a unique seat to the patient, making the entire process easy and seamless. As a simulator for the scanner, let me show you how the scanning process will take place in real time. The admin team will scan this QR code, which will further generate a URL. Once this URL is hit, the case will automatically progress to the next stage. As a patient, I can just refresh the case and I can see my check-in is done and I'm assigned to Dr. Cameron. I can see my appointment date and time and further instructions.
As a doctor, once I open the case, I have the privilege to either start or delay the meeting. Suppose for some unavoidable reasons like current appointment taking too time or the doctor is late reaching the hospital, the doctor can simply delay the next appointment, which will further automatically delay the other appointments in doctor's list. Once the appointment is delayed, a notification will be sent to the patient stating the same. As of now, let's start the meeting. Once the meeting is started, an OTP will be triggered to the patient for authorization purpose. The patient will receive a notification stating the room number and the OTP. As a doctor, I will put the OTP and will prescribe the medicines to the patients. As part of this application, we have also implemented an adaptive model to showcase the artificial intelligence part of Pega. Here, Pega AI has proposed top 3 recommended tests based on the predictors suited for the customer data. The doctor can either choose one or more of this suggested medical test or can prescribe a new test for the patient. Once done, the doctor can submit the case and end the meeting.
Once the meeting has ended, the patient can see the guided message. All the artifacts related to this case are attached to the case. The patient can submit to complete this case. As part of this application, we have also developed a dashboard for the patient. We have provided the personal details as well as the medical history, also the upcoming appointments. Thank you everyone for watching this demo.
Thanks, Shubho, for such a detailed demo of the entire application and showcasing the workflow. So to summarize before conclusion, so these are some of the points that we thought that can be worked on in future. So we can strengthen the AI strategy that we have used and make the models more robust by introducing basically new propositions in terms of the discounts on medicines or maybe the test the person's tech. So this we can only do when the adaptive model becomes more robust and when it gains data for say 2 to 3 months of time. Also, we can consider the propensity of the customer of certain segments of customer towards certain products, and based on that, we can customize our offerings. We can either offer or don't offer that particular product to that particular customer. We can also improvise on the web chat bot to display the search results based on the geolocation of the customer. We knew we were pressed for time, so the look and feel of the application can definitely get a facelift. The responsive UI also needs to be worked upon. And another thing that we want to call out is the medication details is currently hard coded. The details of the past records that you are seeing when you log into the dashboard today. In future, we can show it automatically based on whatever the doctor prescribed at the last occasion. So these are some of the things that we think are can be worked upon in future. Thanks to everyone for being with us throughout the demo and listening to us.